Hi everyone, this video is a part of my Korea University's coding tutorials.
Hi everyone, today we'll be talking about using colors, filling in shapes with colors, and adding borders of different thicknesses and colors. Let's go. Colors, RGB and Greyscale. So far, we haven't used any color in our programs. There are a few ways we can add some vibrancies to our coding experience. Firstly, we will talk about RGB colors, which is also known as red, green, and blue. These colors have three values ranging from 0 to 255, which indicates how much of that color appears in the overall end color. So when we see three color values, we know we are operating with RGB colors. So if we have a color that was 255, 0, 0, that would be a bright and intense red, as there is only the maximum red value being displayed. Similarly, if we have an RGB value of 65, 140, 140, we get a nice teal green. This is because of the reduced red value, but an even balance of green and blue. We can also have a single color value for our grayscale range. Again, it ranges from 0 to 255, but with 0 being black and 255 being white, with gray being around the 80 to 160-ish range. Fill. To use these colors, we need a way to apply them to our shapes. Enter functions like fill, stroke, and color. Super important point about using these keywords, similar to the recto mode keyword, they operate on the shapes drawn below them. So if we want a red circle, we need to set the color to red and then draw the circle. That's sort of the mantra we can use for our processing journey. Set a condition or value, then draw the thing. For example, set the color to be red, draw a circle, which will be red, or set a rectangle to be drawn from the middle point, and then draw the rectangle. Starting with fill, this keyword takes three color values when we want our RGB colors, or just a single value for our grayscale range. Fill can also take an alpha value that alters the transparency of the color. noFill. noFill is a neat little function that is disable any color being used to fill in the shape drawn below it. This function is a great way to draw an outline of a particular shape. Stroke. Stroke is a function that we can use to change the color of the border or edge of the shape we've drawn. Stroke takes the same option as previous color spectrums, either all three values for the RGB colors or just a single color for our grayscale range. Again, because it's super important to note, this only affects the shapes and statements below this line. StrokeWeight. You might be able to guess what StrokeWeight does based on the name. It sets the thickness of the stroke or border of the drawn shapes. Once again, it's to all shapes below the line it's written on. It takes a single value with 4 being the default, that there isn't a physical limit. And you can enter a value of 40 for a heavy border. This allows us to set a circle with thick black border of 10 at the X value of 140 and the Y position of 20. So stroke 0, stroke weight 10, and circle 140, 20, 20. noStroke. noStroke is a useful and straightforward function. It disables the border on shapes we draw on the processing window. To use it, we write it above the shapes we are going to draw, and processing does the rest. Keep in mind, it doesn't impact the shape directly below it, but all shapes below it until another function comes along and changes its back. This idea applies to all the functions we've mentioned in the video so far. We can use this to draw a bright pink circle without a border. So first we set the noStroke condition, then the color, which is fill, 255, 20, 200, and then finally the shape itself, which is circle 180, 20, 20. We have just been using circles in this little bit to make it easier to follow, but any and every shape is able to use these functions. This is a great time to practice making and drawing different shapes and colors. That's all from us for this bright section on colors. See you next time.